Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will be able to easily log in using your Gmail ID. Once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this UI and there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and doubt section. On this application, you will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Our first segment is daily current affairs. We make sure to provide you current affairs on daily basis in both English as well as in Hindi content. The PDFs for the same are uploaded on our application, and apart from this, we also make sure to provide you with quizzes that will help you to revise the content after you have gone through the PDF. Next comes our weekly content. The content is also provided in both English as well as in Hindi, and here we also make sure to provide you quiz also of that past week's current affairs that will be enhancing your learning, as it is a compilation of the important topics, important MCQ questions for the last week. Similar for the monthly, the PDFs are very important. They provide you insights of various topics, as well as we also make sure to provide you the quiz of monthly questions that are very important for learning. Next, we also provide you with important PIB articles on daily basis so that you can go through these articles and have an insight about that particular topic. Not just this, we also make sure to provide you important events that are happening globally and make sure to give you the right analysis. One of the most important segment of our application is that we make sure to provide you with the correct exam analysis. When you are having exam, we make sure to provide you with previous year questions so that the student can go through the exam pattern and the syllabus and can prepare the exam accordingly based on the pattern. After the exam, we also make sure to provide you with the exam analysis. Then for the students who are preparing for state exams, they will be also beneficial here, as we will make sure to provide with state-wise current affairs for them. Apart from this, we also make sure to cover the topic-wise current affairs such as your national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, as these are the topics from which the examiner definitely asks the question, and these are covered on the monthly basis. So friends, do check our application. It will be a one-stop solution for learning. Apart from this, friends, CareersCloud is hiring. We are looking for candidates for subject matter experts in quants, reasoning and English, and also we are looking for a content creator for current affairs topic on daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis. There is also an opening for a person who can translate the English content into Hindi. If you want to apply, you can scan the code here for further details, or you can go to the description and click the link below. These positions are available both in full-time and freelance for serious candidates. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for the topic awards and recognition and defense for January month. So let's start. First, who has recently won the Puberty Sport Men's Athlete of the Year 2023? So this was won by Virat Kohli. We all know Virat Kohli, famous cricketer, right? He is related to which sport? Cricket. And who has recently won the Puberty Sports Men Athlete of the Year? Remember this. Puberty Sports Men's Athlete of the Year. It was won by Virat Kohli. Correct. He defeated Argentinian football player Lionel Messi. Correct. Similarly, if I ask for Puberty Sport Women Athlete of the Year, it was won by Spanish footballer Aitana Bonmati. Aitana Bonmati. Correct. And she is from Spain. Next, who recently won 75th Creative Arts Emmy Awards under the Outstanding Narrator category for Netflix documentary series Working What We Do All Day, The Middle. Right? So, who recently won this 75 Creative Arts Emmy Awards? It was won by Barack Obama, former president of United States of America. Next, who has recently honored with the Kuempu Rashtriya Puraskar 2023 by Rashtrakavi Kuempu Trust. So, who has been recently honored? So, Shri Shendu Mukhopadhyay. Shri Shendu Mukhopadhyay was honored with Kuempu Rashtriya Puraskar 2023 by Rashtrakavi Kuempu Trust. Next, which of the following personalities does not receive the Tenzing Norway National Adventure Award from Draupadi Murmu, President of India? So among them, who did not receive? It is who does not receive. So all of them received apart from Aryan Singh Dadiala, right? Next, name the personality who has recently received the award for International Sports Personality for 2023. So, name the personality who received the award for International Sports Personality 2023. Gianni Infantino. Correct? Gianni Infantino received the award for International Sports Personality for 2023. Next, which of the following cities have recently recognized as the cleanest city in India under the category of cities with a population of more than 1 lakh? Right? It is, we know that Indore of Madhya Pradesh is the cleanest city of India, and this is for the seventh time. For seventh consecutive time since 2016, Indore has been named as the cleanest city in India. But now remember, Surat of Gujarat has also been named as the, or has secured the top position as the cleanest city of India, and this is for the population of more than 1 lakh. Next, which of the following footballers have recently received the Best FIFA Men's Player 2023 award and Best FIFA Women's Player 2023 award, respectively? So, Lionel Messi and, I correct, not third, but Lionel Messi and Aitana Bonmati. Lionel Messi received the Best FIFA Men's Player for 2023, and Aitana Bonmati, we saw she's of Spain and she's a footballer, and she received the Best FIFA Women's Player for 2023. Next, which of the following Indian cricketers who have recently won the Best Men's International Cricketer and Best Women's International Cricketer for 22-23 respectively? So if we are talking about men, Shubham Gill and Deepti Sharma for women. Correct? Take a note of this, important. And this is for 22-23. Next, who has been recently awarded with Bharat Ratna, that is India's highest civilian award, posthumously. Posthumously means after the death. Correct? So Bharat Ratna was awarded to whom after posthumously? He will be Karpuri Thakur. He is the former Chief Minister of Bihar and he received Bharat Ratna posthumously. Correct? And he became the 49th recipient of Bharat Ratna and 15th individual to receive it posthumously. Next, in January, the City of London Corporation honored Dash, an Indian-born lawyer in UK, with the Freedom of the City of London Award. So, Ajit Mishra. Correct? The City of London Corporation honored Ajit Mishra, Indian-born lawyer in UK, with the Freedom of the City of London Award. Take a note of this. Next is, now there are two questions for index, right? Henley Passport Index 2024 released by Henley and Partners in Jan. Indian passport ranked Dash and Indians are getting visa-free entry to 62 countries. Question asked is, what is the rank of India? See, in the month of Jan, the rank of India was 80 in the Henley Passport Index, but for the Feb data that was released by Henley Passport Index, for Feb month, it was 85th. So right here we are asking for the January month. So right option will be 80. But if it is being asked for the Feb month, it will be 85th, right? Just take a note of this. Next, what is India's rank in MSCI Emerging Market Index released in Jan 2024? So what is the rank of India in MSCI Emerging Markets Index in Jan 2024? This is your homework. Correct? Do give me below the answer of this question that what is the rank of India in the MSCI Emerging Markets Index. Next, let's move to some defense questions. Which country along with India has commenced the first edition of joint military exercise Desert Cyclone in Mahajan, Rajasthan on 2nd of January 2024. So India along with which country recently participated in this Desert Cyclone exercise? So this Desert Cyclone exercise was held between India and UAE, United Arab Emirates. This was the first edition of this exercise. Location, Rajasthan. Right? Next, the Indian Navy's P-8I aircraft participated in the ongoing Dash edition of anti-submarine warfare exercise Sea Dragon 24 that was held at Guam, USA. What is the name of that or what is the edition of this exercise in which this P-8I aircraft participated? So this will be the fourth edition of the exercise Sea Dragon. Location, where was this held? This was held in Guam, United States of America. And this was the fourth edition of this anti-submarine warfare exercise Sea Dragon that took part in Guam, USA, where from Indian Navy P-8I aircraft took part. Next, which country's Coast Guard along with Indian Coast Guard has recently conducted a 5-day annual joint exercise Sahyog Kaijin of the coast of Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So this Sahyog Kaijin was conducted between Indian Coast Guard and Japan Coast Guard. And where was this held? Location in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Right, this was a 5-day long exercise and it was held between Indian Coast Guard and Japan Coast Guard. Next, which of the following Indian Navy ships were recently decommissioned in the Port Blair, Andaman and Nicobar? So remember all these three, INS Khumbir, INS Cheetah and INS Guldar, all these three Indian naval ships were decommissioned at Port Blair, Andaman and Nicobar after 40 years of their service to Indian Navy. Then one more thing for INS Khumbir, remember INS Khumbir was commissioned in 1986. INS Guldar was commissioned in 1985 and INS Cheetah in 1984. Next, name the bilateral exercise that was recently conducted between Indian Navy and Royal Thai Navy. It is exercise Ayutthaya. This is the name of the exercise that was recently conducted between Indian Navy and Royal Thai Navy. Right, exercise Ayutthaya. It was held from 20 to 23rd of December and this was the 36th edition of India-Thai Corpet exercise, correct? Or apart from this, question can be asked that recently which edition of Indo-Thai Corpet exercise was held? It was the 36th edition. Next, in which state 11th edition of India-Kyrgyzstan Joint Special Force exercise Khanjar was commenced in January 2024? So it is Himachal Pradesh. Right, in Himachal Pradesh 11th edition of exercise Khanjar that was held between India and Kyrgyzstan. Correct, in Himachal Pradesh it was held. Next we are talking about what is the name of the exercise held between India and Egypt, that is a joint special force exercise that was held in Egypt only in Jan 2024. So it is exercise Cyclone 2. That means it was the second edition of the India-Egypt Joint Special Force exercise held between India and Egypt in Egypt only, and this was the second exercise, second edition, that is exercise Cyclone. Next, which of the following countries along with India have recently conducted exercise Desert Night, that is a trilateral air force exercise? So this Desert Night, this is an exercise conducted between between UAE and France along with India, right? So India, India, France and UAE. These are the three countries that took part in this exercise Desert Night, that is a trilateral exercise. Then one more thing, remember from Indian side, Sukhoi 30 Mark 1, then MiG 29, Jaguar. These are the aircraft that took part in this Desert Night exercise. Next, name the company that has recently signed a contract worth 1070 crore rupees with the Ministry of Defence for the acquisition of 14 fast patrol vessels for the Indian Coast Guard. It is Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited, right? This is the company that signed a contract worth 1070 crore rupees with the Ministry of Defence for the acquisition of 14 fast patrol vessels for the Indian Coast Guard. Next, which Indian state hosted the inaugural edition of the India-Saudi Arabia Joint Military Exercise Sada Tansek? Right, this exercise Sada Tansek, right? So which is that Indian state that where this India and Saudi Arabia held this Sada Tansek exercise? This was held in Rajasthan. Next, in Jan, Indian naval ship Nirupak was decommissioned after 38 years of the service to the nation. This INS Nirupak belongs to which class? INS Nirupak, it belongs to Sandhyak class, and this was decommissioned after 38 years of the service to the nation. Right, take a note of this. So friends, these were your important current affairs. Now let's move to some revision part that will be beneficial for your learning. Who has been recently appointed as the Chief Secretary of Madhya Pradesh? Veera Rana has been appointed as the Chief Secretary of Madhya Pradesh. correct, and she became the second women chief secretary of Madhya Pradesh after Nirmala Bak, right, who served as the first women chief secretary of Madhya Pradesh from 1991 till 1993. Next, who has recently sworn in as the president of Guatemala? So, Cesar Bernardo has been recently sworn in as the president of Guatemala. Next, which country has recently elected as the first vice chair of the subcommittee on fisheries management of Food and Agriculture Organization of UN Committee on Fisheries? I repeat, which country recently elected as the first vice chair on the subcommittee on fisheries management of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the UN Committee? Who it will be? It will be our India, right? Next, who has been recently appointed as the Director General of Shastra Seema Bal? So Daljit Singh Chaudhary. Daljit Singh Chaudhary has been appointed as the Director General of Shastra Seema Bal. Next, in Jan, Felix Antonio Shikedi has been recently re-elected as the President of Dash country for second term. He has been appointed as the or re-elected as the President of Democratic Republic of Congo for the second term, and he is set to sworn in as the President of Congo in on 20th of Jan 2024. Correct. For the first time he was elected in 2019. Next, who has recently become the first women president of European Investment Bank, that is EIB? Nadia Calvino. Correct. She is of Spain and she became the first woman president of European Investment Bank. Correct. This EIB, European Investment Bank, this is the lending arm of European Union, and with this appointment the important thing to remember here is she will become the first president of the European Investment Bank. She will succeed whom? She will be succeeding Werner Hoyer. Werner Hoyer is of Germany. Next, in Jan, Durga Shankar Mishra was reappointed as the Chief Secretary of Dash State for the third term, and the Rajasthan government appointed Dash as Chief Secretary. So, who has been appointed as the Chief Secretary of, or Durga Shankar Mishra has been appointed as the Chief Secretary of Uttar Pradesh, correct, for the third term, and Rajasthan government appointed Sudhansh Pant as their Chief Secretary. So, Sudhansh Pant will be the Chief Secretary of Rajasthan government, and Durga Shankar Mishra will be the Chief Secretary of Uttar Pradesh for the third term. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Prime Minister of Republic of Chad? So, Sakes Masra. Sakes Masra has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Republic of Chad. And he will replace whom? He will be replacing Saleh Kabzabo. Moving on, Sheikh Mohammed Sabah Al Salam Al Sabah was appointed as the Prime Minister of Kuwait. I repeat, he has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Kuwait. Who has recently been appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of NARCL, that is National Asset Reconstruction of India Limited. So, who has been appointed here? P. Santosh. P. Santosh has been appointed as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of NARCL. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Natarajan Sundar. Next, Ravindra Kumar Tyagi assumed the charge as the Chairman and Managing Director of Dash Company. So, Ravindra Kumar Tyagi assumed the charge as the Chairman and Managing Director of Power Grid Corporation of India. Right? He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Kandikupa Shrikant. He will be succeeding Kandikupa Shrikant. Next, name the personality who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of NIIFL, that is National Investment and Infrastructure Fund Limited. Sanjeev Agarwal. Sanjeev Agarwal will be appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of National Investment and Infrastructure Fund Limited. Next, who has recently won the presidential election of Taiwan? So, who won the presidential election of Taiwan? William Lai Ching-te, right? He recently won the presidential election of Taiwan. Next, who has recently been appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of DCB Bank Limited. Praveen Achutan Kutti. Praveen Achutan Kutti has been recently appointed as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of DCB Bank Limited. Then he will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Murali M. Natarajan. Next, Ministry of Heavy Industries constituted a committee under the chairmanship of Dash to examine the demand for including more components in the PLI scheme for automobile and auto components industry. So tell me, MHI, that is Ministry of Heavy Industries, committed a committee that is under the chairmanship of whom? It is under the chairmanship of Hanif Qureshi, and this will examining the to include more components under the PLI scheme of this automobile and auto component industry. Basically, this PLI scheme is to provide incentives when the quotas are met for the specific production of the specific products. Who has been recently appointed as the Executive Director of Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, for a period of 3 years. So tell me, Govindyapalli Ram Mohan Rao, right? He will be appointed as the Executive Director of SEBI, and that too for a period of 3 years. Next, Sheikh Hasina, President of Awami League and incumbent Prime Minister of Bangladesh, was re-elected as the Prime Minister of Bangladesh for which term? So she was elected as the Prime Minister of Bangladesh for the 5th term. Next, remember she was also honored with Indira Gandhi Peace Prize in 2009, right? Next, name the personality who has recently been appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of Indian Olympic Association. So, Raghuram Iyer. Right? Raghuram Iyer has been appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of Indian Olympic Association. Raghuram Iyer. Next, who has recently been nominated as the Chairman of Supreme Court Legal Services Committee? Bhushan Ramakrishnan Gawai. Right? Bhushan Ramakrishna Gawai has been nominated as the Chairman of Supreme Court Legal Services Committee. Who has been recently appointed as the Secretary to the Railway Board in Indian Railways Management Service Limited Level 16. I repeat, who has been recently appointed as the Secretary to the Railway Board in Indian Railway Management Service Level 16. Aruna Nayyar. Correct? And Aruna Nayyar became the first IRPS officer to be empaneled in IRMS at level, who has recently appointed as the brand ambassador of Varni. So, who will be? Ravindra Sinha Anirudh Singh Jadeja. Correct? He has been recently appointed as the brand ambassador of Varni. And Ravindra Jadeja, we all know, he is a famous cricketer. Correct? And this Varni, this was founded in 2009. Next, in Jan, Shering Togbeh is said to become the Prime Minister of Dash country for 2nd term. So remember, Shering Togbeh, he is said to become the Prime Minister of Bhutan for the 2nd term. Next, in Jan, Azali Assoumani was re-elected as the President of Dash country for a 4th 5-year term. So this will be 4th term, and each term is of 5 years. Correct? And recently Azali Assoumani was re-elected as the President of which country? He was elected as the President of Union of Comoros. Union of Comoros. Correct? So friends, these were your important current affairs. Next, who recently became the first Indian to hold the position of Secretary General of BIMSTEC? So he will be Indira Mani Pandey. Right? Indira Mani Pandey became the first Indian to hold the position of Secretary General of BIMSTEC. Correct? And he took charge as the 4th Secretary General of BIMSTEC. 4th Secretary General and first Indian. And he will be in this position for the next 3 years, or question can be asked that his term will be of how much? For 3 years. Then next thing, he succeeded whom? He succeeded Tenzing Lekpel of Bhutan. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.